Good morning. Let's have a look at yesterday and a weekend where the influence of the Champions League and Europa League was quite clear with any number of performances. Everton and Chelsea, as I keep saying in the live chat webinar, a focus on Everton post 10-point deduction. Sees 100% both teams to score no, and quite simply, the first team to score tends to win, and that was Everton. So watch out for this kind of a pattern. The 0-0 at half-time, the hopeful first goal for Everton, and, well, the icing on the cake in the end. Fulham and West Ham is a gentle reminder to you. 2.2 the favourite, and a London derby could be anything. Couldn't foresee this. Couldn't foresee Bayern Munich losing 5-1, I think it was, in the end. Couldn't foresee any number of different results this weekend. But we could foresee Manchester City winning. 3 draws and a loss. That's huge pressure coming into this match. What are you going to do when Luton score first? One great example of a neutral play. We were looking, because Manchester City is 1.18 the favourite, we're looking at a goal before half time. Now, Stephen Francis, I think, laid the draw in the half-time market at 1.09, matched as low as 1.09. The great thing about a draw is it's a neutral play, and I wouldn't have foreseen Luton scoring first, but there we have it. Get that goal before half-time, neutral play, very good return for a 1.09 lay there. Tottenham and Newcastle, another imponderable really, but there is trouble ahead for Newcastle away from home. Is this the 4th consecutive match they've conceded at least 2 goals away from home? Clearly, I think Tottenham sparked with the return of Richarlison, a real factor. And I think that's important to look at lineups if you can. Another great spot from a live chat webinar attendee was telling us that Erling Haaland wasn't playing for Manchester City. So when you're looking normally for a 1.18 shot to be winning 0-3, 1-3, any other away score, you might want to temper your enthusiasm when the divine ponytail is injured. Erling Haaland, and indeed Doku out as well. He's been in exceptional form. So very interesting. And team news, vital really, isn't it? Just to give us perhaps a boost. See the sight of Richarlison returning. Real boost for Tottenham Hotspur yesterday. Fatigue, I think, pervading this Newcastle side. Having to mix Champions League intensity with Premier League intensity. It's catching up with them, particularly on the road. In French Ligue 1, didn't really play much yesterday. Again, we were just cautious with these sides involved in European club competition like Lille. So I didn't want to take that 0-0 on away at Clermont, and saved us a few bob. This was a very, very interesting match. I mentioned this in the live chat webinar. Watch out for this kind of a change in the markets favouring Lyon coming into this in woeful form, 18th in the league. Yet the market had them at 1.75 favourite. Suspiciously low odds for a side in such poor form. We've seen this on a couple of occasions with Union Berlin as well. Just watch out when the market inserts a side in the wrong end of the table as very strong favourite. And look at the result, 3-0, 2-0 by half-time. So do watch out for this in the future. You've seen it twice with Union Berlin and Germany. A side who just lost every single match. Inserted as marginal favourite last week. Came from behind to get a 1-1 draw. Inserted as marginal favourite this weekend. Got a win. So watch out for that. The market does leave its clues, as you'll see in today's research. Lorient and Marseille, well, it's job done by half-time, pretty much. And even a red card, probably coming a bit late. Stuttgart and Leverkusen, a gentle reminder to you, just to know when your second halves begin. I missed out on the Leverkusen equaliser. I didn't look for a end of that draw, but 47 minutes caught me unawares. Should have got all your work done half-time. And this is going the way of Leverkusen matches against Dortmund and against Bayern Munich. 2 consecutive matches now against top sides where Bayer Leverkusen have been kept to a single goal. So that's notable. The market giving us clues yet again. 2.38 the favourites, giving Stuttgart, third in the league, a chance. Köln and Mainz, wasn't really interested. Well, this perhaps relays the story there. Frosinone and Torino, well, I did back over 2.5 goals at 16.5 at half-time, based on Frosinone's tendency to score 2 at home. But no, fizzled out to a 0-0. Roma and Fiorentina, good result for Roma, depending on these red cards. Probably a player or a team member not on the pitch getting red card is normally the case. No, Romelu Lukaku and Zalewski, normally one of the special ones staff like this one, not on pitch, will get the red card, but not this case. A good result, all things considered, for Roma, keeping up their excellent record. You could have arguably taken on Roma, particularly with that 64th minute, unless these two were matched. They don't look to be. That looks to be from open play. So 64th minute, arguably an opportunity to lay Roma. You're going to get short odds because they're leading. To just hope that Fiorentina turn up. I'm afraid that was a little bit too late for me in the evening. Eredivisie, no real interest there yesterday. Perhaps pre-half-time looking for a Heracles goal here. But no, market got them right. In La Liga, Atletico Madrid getting a 2-1 win. In the live chat webinar, I jokingly said lay Atletico Madrid at half-time, about 1.02, 2-0 up, because it's pre-Champions League. Well, there you go. You get a goal from Almeria, and the odds shot up to 1.16, which is would have been a fantastic move there. Barcelona and Girona. This, again, I'm getting these right, aren't I? The market woefully underestimating the chances of second in the league, Girona, for goodness sake. Getting these right. We've taken on Man City twice at short odds. So don't be afraid to disagree with the market. Even better if Barcelona scored first, I think. And again, this one, an 8 o'clock start, that's heading towards 3 a.m. for me. So I couldn't stay up for this, which was a real pity. Those of you still favouring Barcelona might want to have a look at that. But I think Barcelona odds were far too short, considering their opponent is top of the league after this win. No coincidence. You can't be that dismissive of Girona like that. And you can clean up, particularly if Barcelona score first. As you saw with Man City, very dismissive against Aston Villa, weren't they? 1.67. Really short odds relative to what Villa have been doing. In the Jupiler League, nothing much doing there yesterday. Eupen, well, we did some excellent work, some of the live chat webinar attendees, in looking at second half goal scoring patterns. And if you just want to apply second half goal scoring or using that as your particular angle, fine. Rijeka and Slaven Belupo, I don't know, this is another one of these shock results. 1.25 favourite. Are they involved in Europe? I don't think they are. So this was just, they did get their 2 goals, which was very, very frustrating, because you're not making a profit from them scoring 2 goals in response to Slaven Belupo 0-3 up. Very disappointing, because it went the wrong way. It went to 1-4. So, that's annoying. 1.18 to 1.22 favourites in the Czech Republic, delivering goals before half-time, apart from Slavia Prague. In that case, possibilities of a 3-0, 3-1, any other away score. And that would have actually been a good play. 2 goals coming 53rd minute. Would have lit up the 3-0, 3-1, any other home score had you put that into the correct score market. Remember, trading profits can be about the hint, not the actual outcome. The hint. Now, when you've got 2-0 after 53 minutes, there's a severe hint that there's going to be another goal from Slavia Prague, because they've really started going at it. Well, you can see that disallowed 81st. 1.18 shot. Pre-Champions League, you might want to just temper your enthusiasm with anything under 1.3. Yes, Paulson scored 5, but Manchester City happy to limp over with a 1-2 win when they're expected to score a lot more. We have that Champions League influence. Get the win. and you're okay. So that was it yesterday. A lot of shocks again pre-European club competition. So just be very careful. A lot of these odds-on favourites as well. Kristiansund, what a great result for them, coming from behind. I couldn't have seen this. Vålerenga 2-0 lead coming into this. Cocked it up completely now. Kristiansund are in the Eliteserien for next season. Superb result for them. On to today, and it's the coupon to forget today. It's a typical pre-Champions League coupon. 2.63 the favourite, 2.3 the favourite, 2.7 the favourite for the elite leagues. Portsmouth and Bolton 2.4 the favourite. It's really tough to call today. Israel Liga Ha'al 2.1 the favourite. Hapoel Beersheva and the Eredivisie. Well, at least we've got two odds on favourites at home. But it's one of those coupons where it's post the weekend and it's pre-Champions League. Let's just get some matches in here. So let's have a quick look. Portsmouth and Bolton, 2.3 the favourites. So automatically, I wouldn't normally be researching these matches. This is top two in the league. That's the reason for this 2.3 the favourites. So therein is a derby-style match. So it could be a tough one to unpack this one. Obviously, the two best sides in English League One. 4-0 at half-time at home for Pompey. Only one at full-time. Might be something for you to think about if it's 0-0 at half-time. Do please check the in-play stats. Shots on and off. 5 consecutive Bolton clean sheets. They're yet to concede a first-half goal away. So that could open the door to that second-half goal, couldn't it, for Bolton? They are. Pompey might find it difficult to score a goal. This is a toughie. It's a top two clash. Ordinarily, it's one I would leave alone, but it's a quiet day on Monday. And now we've got another one, 2.5 the favourite, Rayo Vallecano, Celta Vigo. Far too tough to call, 2.5 the favourite. 7 draws in the last 10 matches for Rayo Vallecano is a frustration. Udinese will be feeling that as well. Too many score draws, not losing but not winning, dropping 2 points at each turn. Only 2 wins since the 28th of August for Rayo Vallecano. 4 draws and a loss in the last 5 at home. Both teams have scored in the last 5 matches. It's 11th against 18th. Rayo were unbeaten against teams below them in the league. And note, they're scoring 2+ goals away from home against 16th and lower. So, my argument being, if they got home advantage, surely they can replicate what they're doing away against 16th and lower. They're playing 18th today. Only 1 win for Celta Vigo came against an Almeria who are yet to win this season. So that is Danny Dyer form. No win in 11 and then 5 away. So a slight hint for me that if Rayo Vallecano can beat 16th or score 2+ goals against 16th and lower away from home, then with home advantage, they should be able to cope with 18th in the league. That would be a logical conclusion, isn't it? But 2.5 the favourite tells you all you need to know. It's the same kind of odds which detailed Fulham v West Ham, 5-0 to Fulham. Couldn't have foreseen that, could you? Italian Serie A, 2.5 the favourite, Empoli against Lecce. A rare win against Napoli recently for Empoli, but these things are rare. 3 wins plays 3 wins. It's a tough to trust match between these two. 18th against 13th. Empoli have only beaten 20th in the league at home. They've failed to score in 5 out of 7 home matches. So if they score first today, are they layable in the hope that they won't score that second consecutive goal? No wins since the 26th of September for Lecce. Oh boy. 5 score draws in the last 7. It's yet another side who are score drawing like Rayo Vallecano, but not winning. Not losing, but not winning. They have conceded in the last 9 matches and the last 6 away matches, Lecce. So this is opening the door up to the potential of Empoli scoring first and a trust in that score draw itis for Lecce to see them potentially equalising. Or you could arguably say the first team to score might be layable today. 5 out of 7 Lecce goals scored away have come second half. So with Empoli leading at half time, there is potential for Lecce to get a second half equaliser. But please remember, 2.5 the favourite could throw all of this form out of the window. Cagliari and Sassuolo, 2.25 the favourite. Another market giving both sides a chance. 2 wins plays 4 wins. Win, draw at home for Cagliari recently. Real momentum coming into this match, considering also who they've beaten. They're 19th against 14th. They're playing 14th today, Cagliari. and their wins have come against 12th and 15th, and recently in the last 3 home matches. So that's interesting. They obviously can cope. And for me, there's an argument here that Cagliari have had a tough opening fixture list. Of the fact that they've lost to early season top 10 sides, mostly away from home, relays to me that they've just not had the rub of the green as far as the fixtures is concerned. So watch out for the potential for Cagliari's to move up the table now from 19th. Now they're going to meet mid and lower table sides far more often, having pretty much played most of the top 10 away from home already. So they've got all those losses under their belt. That's why they're 19th in the league for me. It's a false position. They can show against 12th and 15th at home that they can win. So they might be favoured today, Cagliari, on that basis. Both teams have scored in the last 5 away matches for Sassuolo, who can have a goal in them. But their form is sporadic. They can beat first away, second at home, but then another gap to the next lot they're beating, 17th at home away and 18th away. And again, they're playing 19th today. So arguably, in beating 17th at home and 18th away, Sassuolo will hope that they can cope with 19th in the league. But for me, that 19th is a false position for Cagliari, meeting, generally speaking, the top 10 and losing, generally speaking, to the top 10 early on this season. We've got all the way till April where they get a far easier fixture list. Both teams to scores are possible in this one, but yet again, you can make as equal an argument for both teams, can't you? And that pretty much sums up today's coupon. 2.25 to 2.6 the favourites. That's just the way it goes when you're pre-Champions League. And we'll be looking at the Champions League tomorrow, looking generally to avoid dead rubbers. Our focus must be on must-wins such as Manchester United. Interesting, both of these sides got absolutely pummeled at the weekend. Man United and Bayern Munich, both sides done. Arsenal losing at the weekend away at Aston Villa. Real Madrid drawing. Benfica only drawing at the weekend. A few other sides getting the odd win, but the curse is alive, particularly at this stage of the season. One of the live chat attendees did make an interesting point that perhaps there is a financial incentive for Bayern Munich to continue to keep trying to collect the wins in the Champions League despite having qualified. And that could be the reason for that 5-1 defeat against Frankfurt from out of nowhere. That's a gentle reminder to you on weekends like this is perhaps the best and the lowest risk is to take a contrarian position on these teams that are playing. And on Wednesday, we've got the next lot. This is Thursday. Let's have a look at Wednesday. Red Star Belgrade, Man City, Leipzig. Really good game against Dortmund at the weekend. Barcelona failing to win pre-Champions League. Athletic Madrid limping over the line against a winless Almeria. Lazio, a late draw against Hellas Verona. Celtic losing to Kilmarnock. We got that one, didn't we? Laid Celtic at 1.1. Hopefully did a small back of Killy as well. That would have been marvellous. Dortmund and PSG, very competitive football for them. Newcastle losing. So again, it's a pervading influence of the Champions League. You probably won't be hearing from me today. It is one of those coupons to take off. Any other football from other leagues? Well, let me just show you. The Premier League Cup, you might want to look at an over 2.5 goal Professional Development League and the Premier League Cup. A bias towards over 2.5 goals. How are you going to play 2.5 goals? This isn't my type of trading to take a pre-match position and then react to it in play. I react to what's happening in play. But if you wanted both teams to score, over 2.5 goal position, the best thing to do is to look for matches where you've got a preponderance of goals before half-time. That will get the odds moving. If you can get a goal, or preferably 2 goals before half-time, you can be out of your over 2.5 goals by half-time. If you just get one, you can create a break-even at half-time. So that would be what I would look for. Immediately, we'd be looking for leagues like the Professional Development League with that reputation for goals. You can just have a quick look at recent head-to-heads for some sides. Arsenal under-21s, for example, have really caught my eye as far as goal fests. And look at this. Just looking at Watford under-21, Millwall under-21 in the Development League. We've just had a run of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive over 2.5 goal matches, 7 consecutive both teams to score matches. Just looking at Watford under 21. Now, this is using Soccer 24. Both teams to score has come in as well for Millwall under 21 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive matches, where all bar one of them was over 2.5 goals. So you can see that reputation for overs in the English Professional Development League. You could delay, try to take 10 minutes out of the market, because the odds do start rising markedly. If you can get 10 and 15-minute delay, then back over 2.5 goals. Better yet, try to aim for 20 minutes like we do with our 1.2 favourites who haven't scored by the 20-minute mark. Hapoel Beersheva, I gave them a slight mention. Worth following at 6 o'clock in the Liga Ha'al. It's a researchable at soccerstats.com. Eerste as I've alluded to earlier, 2 odds on favourites there. Young Ajax, Young AZ Alkmaar, another league with a reputation for goals. Gil Vicente against Moreirense. I haven't researched this one because guess what? It's yet another 2.45 the favourite match. Spanish La Liga 2, Tenerife against Alcorcon. You might want to have a quick look at the standings. Tenerife might be there or thereabouts near the top because they're a very strong favourite today. Well, they're not. They're 10th in the league. They're playing bottom of the league. That's why they're favourites. So do watch out, particularly at this stage of the season, November, December, where we've got a lot of form lines. So therefore, bottom of the league, you'd arguably say deserve to be bottom of the league. It could be gettable today. Away at Tenerife, who are odds on favourites. So watch out for that. Turkish Super League, 2.15 and 2.2 the favourite, continuing the tough looking coupon today. And in the Turkish One League, Boluspor, odds on favourite away from home, 5 o'clock. If I am up and about, I will follow, but it's one of those days you want to take a day off, don't you? I will certainly see you tomorrow for the Champions League, but we must decipher our dead rubbers in the Champions League from matches with teams who still need to get a result. We certainly know Manchester United is one to follow. And when you've got must wins like this, that's why you lose 3-0 at home to Bournemouth on a Saturday. So that really wasn't a big shock, was it? See you tomorrow for the Champions League. Have a great Monday.